Good morning and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're in Patong. I'm going to have a wander down Beach Road. I haven't been over here for quite a while, to be honest with you. The last time I was over here we were taking a look at the beach, which is just over there, but we're going to take a look along the road that runs behind the beach. I'm actually in Loma Park at the moment, and I did think there might be something going on here, as we are very close to Thai New Year. In fact, we're just 4 days away from Songkran. Beach Road is just in front here. You see, Loma Night Market is called now. Just across the road, and we're going to be walking down towards the southern part of Beach Road, heading down towards a small roundabout where you can catch the local buses running over to Phuket town. If you want to catch those, I'll show you where you can catch those from. And also there's the Smart Bus stop just down here, which is basically opposite Bangla Road, which we will walk past, and we're heading down towards the immigration office here as well in Patong. So should you need to go into the immigration office for any reason, if you want to extend your stay while you're over here, I normally come over here to do my 90-day reporting, to be honest, because the officers here in this immigration I find a little bit more laid back than the main one in Phuket town. They can be a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Not so friendly, I guess. They're a little bit more friendly over here. That's my personal opinion. That's what I'm finding living out here. So I tend to come to this office to do my 90-day reporting, but it's very limited what you can do at this office over here. A few places here. I've noticed it's very quiet at the moment in Phuket. Not as many people over here as I was expecting, but I guess that's to do with things that are going on in the world at the moment. I know fuel prices are rocketing, flights are getting very expensive. I've had a few people comment on my Facebook page. If you haven't joined that, you can find the link in the description down below. Do take a look at that, because I cover everything basically on that page. I'm going to be adding a little bit more to that page going forward, because I haven't done a lot with Facebook. I've been spending a lot of time doing YouTube stuff, but I haven't been doing too much on Facebook. But I'm going to try and persevere and do a little bit more on my page, so check that out if you haven't already. But I've noticed a few people that have commented on my page. In fact, I had a person either this morning or yesterday say that he was due to come out Saturday, a couple of days time, but his flight's been cancelled. So I'm guessing a lot of people are getting problems with the flight. I know we've had a few people that have come over in the last few weeks who have been renting vehicles from us, and they've had one or two issues with their flight being cancelled. They're joining flights if they've got two flights rather than a direct flight, and the second flight's had problems and been shifted. So, and it was a bit of touch and go on whether the people would be able to actually get here, but they have managed to get here with a few flight delays. Now, Songkran, what am I doing over Songkran? Well, we had planned to go down to Nat's mum's, the mother-in-law's, but our car has gone out on hire, and even my new bike is currently out on hire, and that's not going to be back until after Songkran. So with Shadow, the dog, we can't really leave her on her own, and Ploy, our goddaughter, is now at university in Bangkok, so we've got nobody to look after the dog. So we've decided we're going to stay put and not go down to Nat's mum's. And I think we're going to have a quiet Songkran, to be honest. Not be doing too much, because over the years I've taken part in Songkran, and if you want to check that out, I've got some videos on my channel from years ago, and it's much the same really. It doesn't change from year to year. Big water party in the street, people throwing water over each other. Some of that water can be very cold indeed. And I guess I'm getting a little bit too old for it now. After 20 years of doing it, I've had enough of it, to be honest. And we're going to be spending time at home doing a few jobs around the house this Songkran. We are now heading down towards Bangla Road, which I guess if you haven't been to Patong before, Bangla Road is one of the main areas here. It's the main entertainment area at night, as well as this road that we're currently on now, Beach Road as most people call it. There's the immigration office, should you need to use it while you're over here. You'll probably see yourself a lot of restaurants along this particular road, shops, etc. If you're looking for souvenirs or anything, you know, beachwear, anything like that, even massage, there's plenty of places to pick from along here. This road and the road behind this area here in front, Ratchatit Soy as it's mainly called, is the two main areas apart from Bangla Road. Bangla Road is the main nighttime entertainment area, I would say. There are a few other places obviously outside of Bangla Road that I've covered, but I guess it's the main sort of, if you're over here for that type of entertainment, adult entertainment, then that's going to be your main area. See a few girls over there working, massage shops, etc. We don't tend to visit Patong too much. I've been coming over a little bit more lately because obviously the other channel, the food channel that I've got, and looking for restaurants, trying to find those bargain spots, but they are difficult to find, to be honest, over here. A lot of restaurants, no problem finding restaurants, but of course we're in the main tourist area of the island of Phuket, so prices are going to be a little bit more expensive. And as we're not tourists, I don't tend to dine in those type of restaurants, because not only do you pay a lot of money for the food, generally, this is my opinion of course, generally I don't find those restaurants that good. As in, the food quality I don't think is as good as some of the restaurants outside of the area. Some restaurants have the attitude, well, they're only tourists, they don't really know what the food tastes like or how it should taste like, and that's the impression I get from over here. It's not always the case. There are one or two good restaurants, of course, as I've shown on my food channel, but they are hard to find. So, Bangla Road, I'm quite surprised there's nothing as yet that I've seen set up for the Songkran festival. Normally they have a big thing here on the beach, which I can just see in the corner of my eye. So they've got a stage area. Now this area we're at now, opposite Bangla Road here, you can see there the bus. So this is where you're going to catch the smart bus. This is not the smart bus. So this is Phuket Bus Express. So don't be careful, because people get confused. And this is not the smart bus, so just be careful. This is a privately operated bus service, and they've been pulling in people, telling them that they're the proper airport service, and they're not, they're privately owned. So be wary of that. That is not the blue smart bus. But this, I'm guessing, is the stage area for Songkran. In a few days' time, when it starts, it'll be kicking off. Now have a big party here, I suppose, and all the water throwing, etc. So if that's your cup of tea, then this is where you need to get down to in Patong. It will be absolute chaos, I imagine, because it normally is every year. Chaos. And then we make our way further along this road. You can see yourself, plenty of choice here. I wonder whether they've finished the boardwalk yet, because the last time I was over here they were still digging it all up and laying a new area to walk. I guess when it's finished it'll be really nice, but the actual work that was going on, it was a mess, absolute mess all the way down here. Now you can see yourself the weather, well, it's on the change, I'll be honest with you. The last few days have been very much like this, cloudy, a little bit overcast. It is still very warm. We have seen some amazing weather over the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks. It's been red hot, sun every day, very little rain, but that is changing. That is starting to change here. and we are seeing the weather definitely take a turn towards the rainy season, because of course that starts this month in April, normally around Songkran, and it looks like it's going to be that way because of the sky. I may be wrong, it might change tomorrow, it could be sunny and blue skies. You just never know with Phuket's weather. It's one of those that's very hard to predict. People ask me all the time about the weather over here, and the climate here in Phuket is very changeable, especially during the rainy season. People ask about whether it's going to rain and that. If you're that worried about the weather, then really you're coming at the wrong time. You know, once you get into the rainy season, it's very hard to predict. It isn't to say it's going to rain all the time, because that isn't the case, but you never know when it's going to rain. So drop some comments down below. Let me know your thoughts on Patong. Do you love it? Do you hate it? I don't hate Patong, but on the same side of the coin, I don't love it either. I don't mind it in small doses. I think it's fine. If you're staying outside of Patong and coming into it, I think that's more manageable. For me personally, I guess I'm older now, that's why. This area, honestly, if you're 20, 30, in that sort of age bracket, you're gonna love this place. You know, it really is for the youngsters. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot of places to eat and drink at. And it's gonna be a great place. If I could have come here 20 years ago to Patong, because I was going over to Pattaya, I would have loved it. But now I'm a little bit older. Sometimes it can get a bit too much. I wouldn't want to stay here or live here. Personally, it's too much for me. I don't mind it in small doses, but you can see yourself. Lots of choice of everything. Whether you're looking for massage or you're looking for a beer, you're going to find it. No problem at all. Well, it does look like the boardwalk's finished. I don't really see much difference in it, to be honest. They dug it up. I thought, unless I haven't got to that bit, they dug it all up, and I thought, oh, it'll be really nice when it's finished. But looking at this bit here, it doesn't look any different to how it did before. And they had been digging up all along here, but I do see a few places now that wasn't here before, toilet places, so that's handy to have, but you do have to pay for it. Look, toilet 10 baht, shower 30 baht, feet washing 20 baht. Okay, but it's nice to have a few facilities. You don't have to go too far if you need the loo. You don't have to rush back to your hotel, especially if your hotel's not local to the beach. 10 baht's not too bad. Take a pee. Quite a few hotels along this road here, along Beach Road, to pick from. Some really nice ones. Of course, if you're interested in that, go and take a look at the accommodation videos. There's a lot there. Quite a few in Patong. Not much wind today. It's very humid. Humidity is the problem over here in Thailand. It's more the humidity than the heat that gets to you, because you're constantly sweating all the time. Humidity's going up and up and up. During the rainy season, the humidity can be quite high. Nearly had an accident this morning on the bike. I'm not on my bike, I'm on the Honda Wave, the good old Wave, 100cc's. Probably a good job I was on that this morning. I had a Grab driver on my right hand side who suddenly decided, oh, I need to turn left. So right in front of me, he turned left. And I just about managed to stop. And I was like, what are you doing, man? And he just looked at me as if I was the one that was wrong, not him. And he drove off. I thought, you know. I'm currently working on being able to take shadow on the new bike. I've got a child seat on order, so if you're interested in seeing me training Shadow to sit on the ADV, she can actually sit on the Honda Click and the Honda Lead because of the step area. She sits on that area. Trained her to sit there, but really those bikes, you can't really go that far sitting there. So hopefully when the seat comes, she will be on have a harness and tethered to myself. I'm going to train her properly, so hopefully I can take her a little bit further afield, because ideally I would have liked to have gone down to Terang over the Thai New Year, which is where Nat's from. Lovely area, southern Thailand, really nice beaches down there and that. But obviously with Shadow we can't take her on the, well, we could take her on the Honda Click, but it's a 5-hour journey. It'd be a long way for her to sit on that. So hopefully I can get her trained up over the next coming year, and maybe next year we can go if the car's not available. As I say, it's out on hire. It won't be back till the end of this month. We're actually quite busy on the hire side of things. If you're looking for a vehicle, give the wife a shout. She might be able to sort you out. We aren't the cheapest, I'll tell you that now. We're not trying to be, because the cheapest don't make any money, and if you're running a business, you've got to make money from it, otherwise you're wasting your time. But we're not the most expensive either. We're just in the middle. We're quite competitive, but we do everything by the book. All the insurances are correct. We don't hire our bikes out to people without the correct licenses. That costs us a lot of money, because most people that come over here don't have the right licenses. So if you're looking to hire something, if you're looking to hire a bike, you will need a full bike license and obviously the international permit to go along. But if you've got that and you're interested in hiring from a reliable company that does everything by the book, then give my missus a shout and she'll be able to sort you out. Even though the weather's not that great today, it still looks nice. You don't need the sun all the time. There's a few out there doing the parasailing, paragliding, whatever it's called. Never know what to call that. But not busy, you can see the beach. There's not that many people. It's still fairly early. It's before lunchtime. Let's just do a quick time check. It's 11:15, so it's not that early. It's coming up to lunchtime. But there's not actually that many people here as I would have thought. Being the Thai New Year, a lot of people come out to celebrate it. It is great fun, I will say that. If you haven't been before, then you're going to love it. But obviously after 20 years of celebrating it every year and getting soaking wet, be prepared to get wet, because you do get wet. And not just wet, they throw freezing cold water over you. So they have massive great big blocks of ice in this water, and they throw the water in it. It can be very, very cold indeed. Quite a shock to the system when the temperatures are really warm, it's hot, and then you get freezing cold water thrown over you. But it is great fun, don't get me wrong. The main party, I'm guessing, will be along Bangla Road. It's where it normally is, and it will be, I guess, pandemonium on the evening time. But I believe that the government have put a curfew on it this year, saying it can only go on till 10 o'clock at night. Normally it goes on till the early hours in the morning, but we will see. Also, talking about things like that, I've noticed they've introduced departure tax, which we've always had. It's been built into the ticket, hidden in the ticket, but it's either going up by 300 baht or you're going to have to pay an additional 300 baht to leave the country. And they are now talking about mandatory health insurance, which actually I think is a good thing. So if you're a tourist coming over here, I don't think it's coming yet. I've seen it over the last week on social media, reports from the news media companies saying that the government are saying that they want to bring in mandatory health cover. So if you're a tourist and you're coming out here, you're going to need health insurance, which I think is a good thing, to be honest, because accidents can happen, and honestly, medical care over here can really mount up quickly. If you have to go to hospital for any reason at all, you can be looking at massive bills. So I do think it's a good thing. Obviously, if you've got health insurance and you hire a motorbike and you don't have the correct license for it, then don't be surprised if you have an accident and the insurance company won't pay out for it, because it won't cover you basically. So make sure, if you're going to have health insurance or any travel insurance or anything like that, that you do have the correct documentation to make sure that the insurance is valid. Otherwise you might find that they won't process the claim because of that fact that you're breaking the law. If you're riding a bike and you don't have a full motorbike license, forget this car nonsense with a scooter on the car license. It doesn't cover you over here. You need a full motorbike license. If you're going to hire a scooter, as people call them, because these are not scooters over here, these are classed as motorbikes. This is not the same. Okay, so you need a full motorbike license. I have said this many times. People seem to get confused with motorbike international permits, calling them an international driving license. No such thing. It's an international driving permit, which allows you to use your license over here. It doesn't give you access to drive or ride anything that's not on your original license. So if you don't have a motorbike license, by having an international permit, it allows you to drive only a car. It doesn't allow you to drive a motorbike, as some people seem to think it does. We are now down to the roundabout here on Beach Road, and just up from it, as you can see here, the buses park here, so you can catch these buses. They're normally around 40 baht a trip. It may have gone up a little bit because of the petrol crisis that we've got over here. Things are rising. Normally it's 40 baht, and normally it's inside on a sign. It's gone up to 50 baht now. You can see it in there, 50 baht. So it's 50 baht a trip, which is no surprise. Everything's going up. We have water delivered in great big 18-litre barrels for drinking water, and normally we pay 50 baht, and yesterday the guy delivered it and he gave me a little letter explaining why the price of the water had now gone to 65 baht. So everything's going up. I know the reason why, because of the fuel crisis, and obviously things are costing more because it costs more in fuel. So if you're looking for a bus, if you're staying here in Patong and you want a bus to go over and explore other parts of the island, then the ones that here will run you back to Phuket town, and then from Phuket town you can catch another bus to go to some other part of the island, and then you've got to catch the bus back to Phuket town and then back to here. They don't go from here to Camelot. You can catch the smart bus to do that, so there are ways around it, but it's all to do with the taxis over here to make it fair for the taxis. So there is a bus stop just here behind if you're interested. And I guess I've walked far enough now, all the way down there, because I've got to walk all the way back now to go and get the bike because I've parked up in Loma Park. But I hope you've enjoyed today's video. And that's it. I eat, I ride, I explore. Until next time, I'll see you soon.